Good morning. I'm going to show you how to search on the internet to use resources on the internet for preparing prayers for Sunday morning. The easiest place to go to is a site called lca.org, and it's the Lutheran Church of Australia. So we're looking for prayer resources. So on the Lutheran Church site, they have over here in services and resources, they have a section down the bottom here called worship. So you go to that, worship, and then it'll take you to another page where they have very generously linked a page for weekly worship planning. Because as with a lot of Anglican churches, in the Lutheran Church, there are lots of lay people organising weekly worship. And so the Lutheran Church administration have put all these resources together. It's an absolutely resource-rich site, the Lutheran Church page, and because it links with the same liturgical books as we do, for determining the readings and all of that sort of stuff. So here we go. We're at the fourth Sunday of the fifth Sunday after Epiphany. So what we call Epiphany 4, Sunday 4. No, Sunday ignore that. The Sunday. So let's say you're doing the prayers for this coming Sunday. There we go, 28th of January, the fourth Sunday after Epiphany. And you come along all the way, so they've got all the Bible readings there. They've got some notes on the readings. So you can look at those and design prayers around some of the readings as well. So let's say you were doing prayers for this Sunday and you wanted to incorporate something about the Deuteronomy reading. So the reading says that Moses here predicts a future prophet who, like Moses at Mount Horeb, will establish a new covenant. And this prophet will speak the comprehensive will of God. Now we know, looking back, that Moses was talking about Jesus. Moses wouldn't have known that he was talking about Jesus, but by faith he was looking forward to a time when this prophet would come. And we now know that this prophet was more than just a prophet. It was actually the Son of God, God himself. So you could design a prayer around something like this. Let's say you wanted to design a prayer around this. You could say something like, Dear Father in heaven, help us, like Moses, to look for the work of Jesus around us. Or, I mean, that's pretty basic, but you could also say something like, help us, Father, to receive and believe the words of Jesus Christ as your words. Help us, together with Peter and Stephen, to connect the promises of Moses to the prophetic ministry of Jesus. Help us to see in your word where Jesus can be found. Amen. You could then have a look at the Corinthians reading, and the same thing here. At Corinth, meat was presented for sacrifice to heathen gods. Some was burnt at the altar, while the remainder was sold in the market as consumable food. Some Christians purchased this meat to eat, while others believed that it to be wrong because it had been consecrated to the gods. Paul says that as idols do not exist as gods, the meat was not in itself evil, nor its consumption. However, Christians, while free to eat, would not do so if it were to harm the faith of a weaker brother or sister. Now, to me, I tie that, and you might see a tenuous link, but I tie that to the coming holiday this Friday of Australia Day, where we have people who who are hurt. We have Aboriginal sisters and brothers who are hurt by the general celebration of Australia Day here in Australia. I grant you that not every Aboriginal person feels that way, but the greater majority do. Just like there's, it seems that the greater majority of, for want of a better way of expressing it, white Australians have no problem with Australia Day. There are a significant portion of us who do have a great problem with Australia Day. And so you might come up with a prayer around that. Like Paul was saying, you've got to stand with those who are hurting. You have to stand, the phrase "the weaker brother or sister" is not a really useful phrase in terms of the Australia Day holiday. But what you could pray is that we as Australians would not seek to harm any other Australian by the way we celebrate our national celebrations. Help us, Father, to come up with a better way to be united in our celebrations. Here in Mark, I'm just showing you these for examples. You might not want to do that at all, and that's entirely up to you. There are lots of things that you can see in these readings that'll help you to design prayers around them. Okay, now you could also go an entirely different route, because here on the LCA website, all the way down the bottom of this resource, they have a whole list of prayers of the church already designed. So we call them prayers for the church and the world. They call them a prayer of the church, which is the prayers of the people. So you click on that link that's provided, and then a document, a Word document, is downloaded. So I'm on a Mac, so I can go up here to my little thing up here that says Show Downloads. You might have to go to wherever it is on your computer where downloads appear, and there you'll see Prayers of the Church, Epiphany 4B. So you open that up, and then you just simply begin to work through this list of prayers and create prayers that are going to be specific for your situation and for your community. But these prayers are all actually, they can be used in any setting. They're always rich with meaning, and I thank God personally for the Lutheran Church having done all of this, because this makes it easy for lay people who want to come up with prayers and are not all that comfortable writing their own prayers, to come up with something that's different each week. We're not going to be, these are not prayers that are just recycled every 3 years, as we do in some books, which have been used fantastically in the church, but aren't very useful anymore, I don't think. So I really love the Lutheran Church site for its resources, because they're so compatible with the Anglican tradition. Whether you are Anglo-Catholic or whatever your Anglican tradition is, these prayers will fit in fine. So I commend them to you. This is one very easy way of coming up with prayers if you are a lay person, or even if you're a priest, a very busy priest, looking for prayer resources. There you go. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks.